Dear students, welcome back to my class. So today we are starting with the another paper of this SEM, that is General Methodology in Science, Biostatics and Informatics. So in this paper I am going to take the two different topics for you, that is General Methodology in Science and Biostatics. So here I am starting with the General Methodology in Science with the topic Science versus Pseudoscience. So let's move in detail. What does mean by science? The word science comes from a Latin word called scientia, which means knowledge. Literally, we can say that the science is anything or any matter which is observable in the universe itself. For more clearly, or if we are defining in the sense of scientific attitude, we can say that a science is a knowledge that is gained through different processes, that is observation, experimentation, interpretation and generalization of anything that is existing in the nature. So we need to follow all these things for getting what we are doing in science. Okay, so most of the observation that we got from this particular process are what? Measurable. They are mostly measurable in nature. So from all these things we can say that the science generally serve two different purposes. What are they? The explanation of the natural processes which is occurs in the nature, or it is the explanation for natural observation, and also we are making some generalization or interpretation through this natural phenomena. And this predictions or generalization by means of this observation is called a scientific method. Okay, so science is nothing but we have to do certain scientific methods for getting a new discovery or for getting an information from the universe. So I told you that we have to make some important processes for predicting or for discovering a thing from the nature. So what are the different methodology or what we have to done in the process? The first one is called observation. We need to observe the things in the nature. Then based upon the observation, we need to arise some questions. And after doing this question, we will generally define a particular hypothesis. Why or what happened, happens just like this process in nature itself. And based upon this hypothesis, we need to make an experiment. And after that experiment is over, we need to make some conclusion. Okay, so the conclusion will be done by taking the previous results of the thing that we are going to work. Okay, or we are currently working. Then based upon this conclusion, we generally make a result. The result will be later the principle or the theory. Okay, so we need to go through all these things for making a scientific or for creating a scientific information. Clear? Then, what does mean by pseudoscience? Have you heard about the term pseudo? Yes, the word pseudo means false. So we can translate the pseudoscience into false science. There are other names are also using for representing this pseudoscience. They are fringe science, alternative science and junk science. What does it mean by this pseudoscience? It is a methodology or it is a belief or it is a practice which is claimed to be scientific even though it does not follow an appropriate scientific methodology and supporting evidence, which means that if you are believing something or if we are making some predictions or we are following some methodologies which are not supported by any scientific methodology. Okay, I told you that in the previous slide we need to utilize some kinds of processes like observation, experimentation, then testing the hypothesis, etc. Here we are not using any kind of this process. We are just simply believe, or we are simply predicting the things. Okay, so this is called as pseudoscience. It lacks verification, validity, etc. for formulating the hypothesis or theories. For example, astrology, you know that we are making some prediction on the basis of the position of some stars, right? Then telepathy is a mind reading. Then precognition, we are predicting some things before it happens. Then faith healing of certain kind of disease. All these things are generally done by means of certain facts or certain beliefs, not which is not getting supported by any scientific information. Is called a pseudoscience. Okay, so that is pseudoscience. Then let's differentiate what is the difference between science versus pseudoscience. The science is a complete, there is the main prime aim of the science is to make the complete understanding of the physical world, while the pseudoscience is generally concerned with achieving personal goals or private gains. The science generally invites criticism because it is true in nature, while the pseudoscience, we are seeing the criticism as conspiracy. Right? Then in the case of science, the science generally consisting of the verifiable results. But pseudoscience, it generally produces results, but it will be non-repeatable. Only a result will be much more valid only if it is able to repeat. So in pseudoscience, it is not repeatable. In science, it will produces new accounts of it generally accounts of producing new discoveries, while in the case of pseudoscience, it generally selects only favorable results. Clear? So this is the main difference between science and pseudoscience. Then the next topic is why the science becomes that much an important topic or how it is related with the human activity. In order to discover and disclose the unknown secrets of nature, the human beings have an endless effort to know more about its natural phenomena. It generally includes the collection of observable facts, convincing evidences of natural phenomena. We are recording and analyzing this evidences or the data that we have done or we are observing in the nature. Then we are making some kinds of or drawing some kinds of conclusions and inferences along with the analysis. And all these things, that mean collection, recording, conclusion, and all inferences, these are a chain of interrelated activities. And what is the importance? This chain of interrelated activity enables the better understanding of past, present, and future. So we can say that as a human activity, the science generally causes a built-in self-correction mechanism. We are making self-correction mechanism of a particular observation that is existing or that is happening in the nature. This particular mechanism is altogether absent in other organisms. Actually, the motivating force behind all these kinds of the spectacular progress of the science is mainly because of the curiosity, desire, imagination, skill, and creativity of the researcher or the person who is doing the or who is rediscovering the things. Okay, then apart from that, many kinds of socio-cultural progress of man is also coinciding with the scientific advancement. So we can say that the science and technology are now became the dominant forces in human life. So from all this observation, it is clear that science is very much related, or the human beings are very much related with the science. So I hope you got an introduction about what does mean by science, right? Thank you.